Who are you? What's going on?
He's going to destroy the entire world.
I don't want to hear it!
Just what were you trying to do with this project, Grandfather?
And now...
You're made of water, you fight like a punk, and you're working for Eggman! You managed to push every one of my buttons, so I'm gonna go all out. I hope you're ready.
Sonic leans into a starting position, focusing all his energy into his legs. He prepares to blast off at full speed, when a powerful hand grabs him by the shoulder, holding him in place.
You've had your turn. Now do us both a favor and take a step back.
Knuckles, what are you doing here?
Sonic looks up to see a familiar red echidna for the first time in quite a while.
We can talk about that later. Right now, we can't afford to be reckless. This is an Iblis trigger we're up against. A real god of destruction.
Iblis Trigger? Whatever. He can be the god of winning fights for all I care. That's not gonna stop me from teaching him the pecking order around here.
Hey, I'm serious, Glory Hog!
Knuckles reaches out and grabs Sonic by the wrist, holding him back. He lets out a huff and is about to respond, just as chaos sends a wall of water crashing into both of them. 3 days earlier, high above the ocean, Angel Island floats amidst the clouds in the night sky. Knuckles takes in the soft moonlight on his face as he leans back against the Master Emerald. Next to him, several Chow are sleeping on the ground in a pile. He's about to take a bite from a piece of fruit when something catches his eye in the distance.
Huh? What is that thing?
Out over the horizon, something gigantic quickly approaches. The moon glints off its metallic surface, and as it gets close enough to see, Knuckles leaps to his feet in shock.
A ship. He's back!
Dashing down the steps of the Emerald Altar, Knuckles makes a beeline for a large boulder at least 3 times taller than him. Ripping it up from the ground, he lets out a grunt and throws the giant rock at full strength, right at the approaching airship. The stone soars through the skies, but explodes into rubble as the ship blasts it with a laser before it can make impact. Knuckles goes to reach for another boulder when...
I admit, your strength still impresses me. If only you had half a mind to use it correctly.
Knuckles hears a voice from right behind him and turns on a dime, spotting a familiar pair of glasses grinning down at him from a floating pod vehicle.
Doctor! How dare you show your face here again!
Now, that's hardly how you should treat an old friend. Hey!
Robotnik is pulled out of his condescending speech as Knuckles leaps at him, swinging with a wide right hook. He swerves out of the way, but the echidna's fist clips the edge of the pod, tearing off a chunk of the metal paneling.
Wait just a minute! Don't you want to know why I'm here? Or how?
You used your big ship as a distraction. I don't care why you're here.
With a swift kick, Knuckles sends a cloud of dust up into the air, completely blocking Robotnik's view of him.
What? Where'd you go, you little rodent?
Tapping a few buttons, Robotnik changes his display to show heat signatures, just in time to reveal Knuckles leaping at him from a nearby tree. He collides with the pod, and wasting no time, grips the metal in his mitts, effortlessly tearing chunks of it off and tossing them to the ground.
Stop it! I promise you'll want to know why I'm here!
I don't listen to you anymore!
Speaking coldly, Knuckles rips through another chunk of the vehicle, revealing Robotnik sitting unprotected in the cockpit. Electricity arcs and pops through the air, and the machine loses power, sending both of them crashing onto the rocky ground below. As they smash into the dirt, the Chow scatter in fear.
You imbecile! That mobile was the latest model!
I would pick something else.
Lifting the wreckage out of the way, Knuckles now stands over Robotnik, who's sprawled on the ground. He clenches his fist and raises it.
As your final words.
Alright, enough of this! Orbot, he's not listening. Do it now!
Knuckles winds up a punch when a burst of energy flies over his head. The giant airship, now floating directly in front of Angel Island, sends a blast from one of its turrets, and in an instant, the Master Emerald shatters to pieces. Knuckles feels his heart sink into his stomach.
What? Why would you...
A burst of green light fills the entire area, nearly blinding both of them, as shards of the Master Emerald soar off into the sky. The light finally fades, and Knuckles sprints up towards the altar to inspect it, when he's knocked onto his back, as the ground violently shakes. Falling from its place in the sky, Angel Island sinks violently through the air.
What did you do?
What was necessary? They can't hide the truth from me much longer. Not now!
Huh?
The island crashes into the ocean, sending gigantic waves out in every direction, including onto a nearby shore of a large peninsula, the water crashing against the cliffs and spilling into the jungles. The ground finally settling, Knuckles rushes to his feet, clambering over to the altar. He falls to his knees, picking up a single small shard of the Master Emerald, tiny enough to hold in the palm of his hand.
This can't be. You did it! You!
He's cut off as a rushing stream of water bursts out from the shard in his hand, crashing into his face.
What?
Shaking off the water dripping from his face, Knuckles turns to see where it went. Several feet away, forming into the shape of a creature on two legs, the watery being grows two glistening green eyes and glances all around the island, getting its bearings.
Who are you? What's going on?
Its name is Chaos. And starting this very moment, it will be working for me.
Hearing this, Knuckles and Chaos both turn to face Robotnik. The watery monster raises a hand towards Robotnik, preparing to attack.
Stop right there!
The Doctor reaches into his jacket, pulling out a glistening gemstone, a Chaos Emerald. Seeing the emerald, Chaos settles down.
I know exactly what you want, Beast. That rage inside. I'll feed it for you. I'll help you find the rest of these.
He waves the emerald back and forth theatrically.
So long as you do exactly as I say. It seems we have a deal.
Hey, what is this thing? What did you do to the Master Emerald? And
Knuckles pauses as he sees all around him Chow are crawling out of their various hiding places, out of caves and crevices from under bushes, as they approach Chaos. The little creatures squeak up at Chaos in awe and praise.
what the?
Distracted, Knuckles doesn't see the attack coming. A spray of water collides with his face, sending him careening back into the Emerald Altar. In a fury, he recovers and jumps back to his feet, just in time to see the Doctor and Chaos have disappeared, Robotnik's airship soaring away into the night sky.
Oh no, you don't!
Knuckles plants his feet and lifts up a glowing crystal circle, his Chaos Ring. He's about to make a portal.
Knuckles, stop!
What? Tikal!
Floating several inches off the ground, the transparent image of his ancient Echidna precursor flickers into view. Tikal looks up at Knuckles with great fear in her eyes.
You mustn't go after him! Chaos! There's no hope in stopping him in any other way than sealing him once again inside the controller.
Sealing him? You mean that thing, Chaos, is the threat that you were so terrified of before?
Yes. If he manages to collect the servers, the hatred in his heart will spill over, just like in my era. Knuckles, he's going to destroy the entire world.
Knuckles grits his teeth and glares down at the single sliver of emerald in his hand. Closing his mitt around it, he looks up to Tikal with determination.
Don't worry, I won't let failure take away my hope. Not again. This is exactly what I was born for. I'm not letting my ancestors down!
Knuckles holds the emerald shard up to his forehead, focusing on the feeling of the energy. His eyes snap open and he flashes a grin of sharp teeth.
There! I can feel a few pieces nearby. Just watch. I'm going to fix this and make my people proud.
Tikal lets out a small sigh of relief, and Knuckles dashes for the edge of the island. He takes a leap, catching the air under his quills, and glides across the water to the nearby cliffs. Swallowing her fear, Tikal floats after him. For the next 3 days, Knuckles scoured the beaches, caves, mountains, and jungles of the continent next to where Angel Island crashed into the ocean.
I knew it. Another one.
Brushing the soil off of it, he holds up another shard, pulled from the hole he just dug in the jungle floor.
You're making great progress! How close are we now?
Let's see.
Knuckles takes out his Chaos Ring and taps the shard onto it. It shrinks, and he adds the sliver to his slowly growing chunk of Master Emerald. As the sliver touches it, it fuses together with a flash of light. He holds up the chunk, inspecting it in the sunlight.
I think about a third of the way there. We're making good time if you ask me.
He crawls up out of his hole and takes a seat on the ground for a quick break, looking out at the trees of the forest. He stares up at the leaves, a smile crossing his face.
What's so funny?
Not funny, really. I just like the look you get on your face when you get distracted.
Oh, give me a break. These trees don't grow on Angel Island. I've never seen leaves shaped like this before.
It's not just the trees. You were particularly obsessed with those birds yesterday.
They swooped down and pulled the fish right out of the water in one go. How could I not be impressed by something like that? Yeah, well, once this is all over, I have to go back. I'm trying to appreciate everything as much as I can until then.
At that, Tikal stops her laughter.
Oh, I apologize. I didn't mean to belittle.
Nah, don't apologize. This is my duty. I wouldn't trade it for all the freedom in the world.
Still, this duty of yours...
She trails off, and her eyes widen.
Knuckles,
What? What is it?
he's nearby. Chaos.
Knuckles is on his feet in an instant.
What should we do?
You said you've reconstructed about a third of the Master Emerald, correct? That might be enough to seal him once more. Maybe. At the very least, you might be able to hold him until the other pieces are recovered.
Understood. Do you know the way?
Yes, follow me.
Tikal leads Knuckles through the jungle, and the two discover the watery creature Chaos, engaged in a battle with none other than Sonic the Hedgehog.
Knuckles, what are you doing here?
Sonic looks up to see a familiar red echidna for the first time in quite a while.
We can talk about that later. Right now, we can't afford to be reckless. This is an Iblis trigger we're up against. A real god of destruction.
Iblis Trigger. Whatever. He can be the god of winning fights for all I care. That's not gonna stop me from teaching him the pecking order around here.
Hey, I'm serious, Glory Hog!
Knuckles reaches out and grabs Sonic by the wrist, holding him back. He lets out a huff and is about to respond, just as Chaos sends a wall of water crashing into both of them.
No way!
Knuckles is sent flying, but Sonic manages to just barely duck beneath the stream, curling up into a ball and blasting off at Chaos. The monster swings at him with its giant arm, knocking him out of the air, but he ricochets like a pinball, bouncing off the ground and a nearby tree, colliding with Chaos's head.
I don't want to hear it! It's what you get for throwing out cheap shots like that!
Sonic revs up into another spin dash, zooming straight at Chaos. The creature stretches taller, so Sonic splashes harmlessly through its chest and out its back, the water reforming in an instant. Losing no momentum, Sonic bounces off the trees all around them, preparing for another attack.
Always gotta show off.
Knuckles makes it to his feet and locks eyes on Chaos, who's currently preoccupied with Sonic.
Your real enemy is over here! In the name of my Echidna forefathers, and for the good of all the earth, I'm sealing you away, beast!
Chaos turns towards Knuckles, who punches the ground with all of his might. The earth rumbles in response, shattering apart, and Chaos tumbles downward. Knuckles uses the opportunity, leaping toward it, with his chunk of the Master Emerald held out proudly.
Tikal, do it now!
Chaos' eyes widen as it spots the emerald, and the ghostly Tikal floating just inches from his face.
Right. The servers are the 7 Chaos.
Whoa, make way!
Her sealing prayer is interrupted as Sonic comes rocketing towards them, having built up impossible speed, intending to collide with Chaos.
Hey, wait a minute!
Sonic uncurls, but can't stop in time mid-air, and collides with Knuckles at full speed. The two of their faces smack together with a resounding crack, and the force sends both of them flying backwards.
Ugh, that one's gonna sting tomorrow.
A minute later, Sonic manages to rise to his feet, rubbing his forehead and doing his best to ignore the ringing in his ears.
What is wrong with you?
Nursing his own forehead, Knuckles stomps up to Sonic, baring his teeth.
I told you to let me handle it!
And I told you that he was mine to fight.
I don't care about your stupid ego. Chaos needs to be sealed away, or he'll destroy the entire world. And now he's gone.
Okay, alright. Could you quit with the yelling? Your bonehead already gave me a massive headache.
A vein starts to pop on Knuckles' forehead, but he lets out a puff of air and forces himself to calm down.
This is serious, Sonic. That thing was sealed away inside the Master Emerald, and the doctor broke him out. If my people used the controller to trap him away, his full power must be unimaginable.
Eggman let him out, huh? That tracks. He's gathering up the Chaos Emeralds and feeding them to him. He nabbed one off Tails just now. No idea why, though.
So Dr. Robotnik really is collecting the Chaos Emeralds for Chaos. This is terrible. Knuckles, we need to continue our search immediately.
Right.
Whoa! Hey there. Knuckles, who's your new ghost girlfriend?
What? Watch your mouth! She's not my girlfriend! This is one of my ancestors! A grand priestess of the Great Echidna Empire!
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Her name is Tikal, and she bears great wisdom. Apologize immediately!
Nice to meet you, Tikal. Try to keep Knuckles out of trouble for me, yeah?
Of course. It's nice to meet you, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Huh? Wait just a minute, where are you?
And Knuckles lets the question hang in the air as Sonic races off, kicking up a cloud of dust and dirt.
I really hate that guy sometimes.
Really? I think he's funny.
You sound like Amy.
Rolling his eyes, Knuckles takes off in a hurry into the jungle, searching for more of the Master Emerald shards. Now nearly a mile away, a rushing streak of water splashes across the ground as Chaos makes its escape. It's about to pour into a rushing river and ride it away when a blue blur collides with it from the side, sending Chaos' body all about in a spray. It quickly reforms, flexing its giant arm, prepared for another battle. Its eyes narrow, then widen in surprise, as the blue blur that comes to a stop in front of it is not the hedgehog he just fought minutes ago.
Aquatic creature, you are the current Specialized Defensive Forces commissioned by Dr. Robotnik.
Metal Sonic pulses his jet engine as his glowing red eyes bounce back and forth, collecting visual data on Chaos.
The decision to discontinue mechanical militia in favor of bioorganic life forms is ill-advised. New subdirective. Provide sufficient evidence of machine superiority to Dr. Robotnik. Strategy. Eliminate life form. Chaos.
Metal accelerates in an instant, searing white fire blasting from its jet engine. It catches Chaos off guard, splattering it apart and catching its brain in a cold metal hand. Its metal claws begin to squeeze down on the organ, and a torrent of water reforms around it, Chaos swinging its giant hand to snatch Metal Sonic by the head and smash it into the ground.
Chaos strength exceeds current records. Adapted approach.
Jet blasting, Metal Sonic's body spins around in a tornado of blue and silver, flinging the water off of it. Metal's arms fold in against its torso and its legs collapse down, simulating rolling into a ball. It fires off like a cannonball, bouncing off of trees and shattering them apart, eventually bouncing towards Chaos. But in response, Chaos reaches out with its arm, tearing a tree from its roots. Chaos swings the tree trunk like a baseball bat, smacking into Metal Sonic, causing the machine's casing to creak and groan from the incredible impact. Metal is sent flying as the force shatters apart the tree. Metal careens across the forest ground, crashing to a stop in a riverbed. It moves to stand when the water beneath its feet ripples and swirls, pulling Metal beneath the surface, dragged across the rocky floor under the water. Metal Sonic tries to dig its claws into the ground to stop itself, but can't resist the force of the water. And with one final push, Chaos blasts Metal upward with a powerful water spout. The robot flies dozens of feet in the air, and after hanging there for a moment, sinks back down to the earth like a rock, landing with a loud crash. Sparks bursting from its joints, Metal scans the area, no longer able to locate Chaos.
Target Chaos. Status is stamped. Lifeform data. Copy unsuccessful. Running diagnostic protocol.
Rising from its small crater in the ground, Metal looks to the flowing river, then down to its own metallic hands.
Inferior. Negative. Sonic the Hedgehog is inferior to no being. New subdirective. Expand combat capabilities. Re-engage target Chaos. Strategy.
The robot sits for a moment, computing.
Accessing robotic data network. Confirmed. Strategy. Copy most current combat technology. Target. E-Series.
With that, Metal Sonic blasts off into the distance. Yo, are you enjoying the story so far? You can let me know by liking, subscribing, or just telling me down in those comments what you would like to see next. Tell me, do you want to see Knuckles more as a friend or a rival to Sonic? Oh, and consider joining my channel membership, where you can see videos like these weeks in advance. Alright, back to the adventure. Alongside a rushing river running through the jungle floor, a bright green frog frantically hops along, croaking again and again. Trailing behind, Big the cat waddles along after him.
Froggy! Where are you going, buddy? Whew. Haven't run this much in a long time.
Big turns a corner and finally comes to a stop. The river flows underground here, in a small alcove marked with a pond next to a giant boulder embedded deep in the mossy ground. The cat drags his eyes slowly across the scene.
Yoo-hoo! Froggy! Where did you go? You don't like caves. You must be having a swim in this pond. Good thing I went back for this.
Big reaches onto his back, taking a hold of his fishing pole. He takes a seat at the edge of the pond, leaning his back up against the boulder. Then he gingerly attaches a crisp pickle chip to the end of his line, and satisfied with the bait, tosses it into the water.
Come on, Froggy. I know you can't resist.
He snags a few catches, but each is a small fish, no frogs in sight. Big patiently replaces his bait each time, keeping his eyes focused on the water. After about half an hour, he's joined by several critters. A bird perches peacefully on his head, and about half a dozen chow have waddled up close to him, curiously inspecting his bait bag and the small pile of fish he's collected.
Hey, little guys. You want a fish too?
Seeing the chow look up at him in wonder, Big takes a minute, snapping a few reeds into pieces to hand the chow their own little mock fishing poles. Two of them take a seat next to Big, kicking their tiny feet as they pretend to fish too.
See? It's relaxing, right? What about you guys? Do you want to fish too?
Big turns to look at the other chow, who are all pressed up against the rock behind him, smiling gently as if they were hugging it.
What are you?
A look of realization flashes in his eyes, and he stands, setting down his pole. Reaching out his gigantic gloved hands, Big wraps them around this boulder too, like a hug. In one swift motion, he yoinks the gigantic stone up from the dirt, casually lifting dozens of tons of rock above his head, and looking down, confirms his suspicion. Froggy looks up at him from the place he had crawled under the boulder.
Froggy! What are you doing under there? You only hide like that when you're scared. And, hey, when did you grow a tail?
Froggy shivers, wagging his new tail back and forth. And then, with a croak, he takes off again, racing deep into the jungle.
Hey! What's gotten into you?
Big carefully sets down the boulder, careful not to hit the Chow, who are now slowly bobbing after Froggy.
You guys are after my pollywog pal too? You've been touched by the light of the servers, huh?
The Chow squeak up to him, and Big reaches down to pet one of them.
Maybe something really important happened.
Mumbling to himself, Big takes off after Froggy once more. Kicking up a trail of dust, Tails blazes through the jungle, his propeller tail sending him rocketing over rocks and tree roots. He grits his teeth anxiously.
Come on, Sonic. Have to be around here somewhere. Where did that chaos thing take you?
Yo, Tails! Where you heading in such a hurry?
Tails is snapped out of it by Sonic, who's running backwards along next to him, arms crossed and a big smirk on his face.
Sonic!
They skid to a stop, and Tails jumps at him, giving him a hug.
What's that for?
I'm sorry. I left you to fight chaos all on your own. Because I let Eggman take the emerald.
Ah, don't sweat it. I would have mopped him up just fine, but Knucklehead got in my way. How about you? Eggman didn't rough you up too bad for the emerald, did he?
No. I'm all good.
He looks down at his feet, and Sonic cocks an eyebrow.
You sure?
Oh, that's right. Since they're looking for the Chaos Emeralds, we should track them down first, right?
Exactly what I was thinking. Plus, if we find the emeralds, we'll probably find chaos in the same place. Gives me more opportunities to knock him down a peg.
Then I've got the perfect device for the job. I did some tests on the Chaos Emerald before installing it in the Tornado 2. And I managed to construct a detector that picks up the other emerald's frequencies like a radar.
Oh, nice one.
It's back at my lab. Let's go.
His confidence returning, Tails flies off. Sonic watches him for a moment.
Tails, what am I gonna do with you?
Shrugging it off for now, Sonic speeds after him. Meanwhile, somewhere far away, the constant humming of gigantic engines fills the dark interior of an enormous flying warship, and Dr. Robotnik approaches a computerized workbench with countless wires leading into a machine resting idle on its surface. A small round robot looks up from the controls.
Doctor, welcome back. Would you like me to get you a cup of...
No. What's the status of the E-Series hardware?
Right, of course. All energy cells are operational using the internal life forms at full efficiency. I must say, the new specs implemented after Zero have all been...
Save it. Give me the status on software testing.
Beta and Epsilon are operating well amidst simulation testing. Delta was acting with reduced reaction times, but we've managed to close the gap with a few updates.
And Gamma?
Well, Gamma has yet to come online. The code is rather archaic, despite how complex it is. I would recommend shelving it if we want to launch soon.
I didn't build you to recommend me anything! I repurposed Gamma's AI interface from an old project of my grandfather's. It's one of the only remnants of his I've been able to recover from them. I'm not scrapping it!
Of course, sir.
And why haven't you gotten me my coffee yet?
Robotnik slams his fist on the workbench, and Orbot rushes away to go brew him a cup. The doctor runs his eyes along the screen, then taps away at the keyboard.
This framework. I've yet to find a single compatible operating system. Just what were you trying to do with this project, grandfather?
He runs his fingers along his mustache, then lets out a huff.
Oh, enough of this. These peripheral datasets are just unsalvageable. I'm redacting them.
He selects several large swaths of data, removing them from the code. Smiling proudly, he runs the program. The machine on the table before him begins to hum softly, and 2 round green lights blink on. The robot activates, and its disc-like head swivels, scanning the area.
Oh, as usual, no problem is too great for my genius. Now, Gamma, report!
The robot looks around the room again and settles its eyes on Robotnik. It sits still, humming softly.
I said report! You are processing this, right? Did I alter one of the command lines?
He leans over to look at the computer screen, but stops as Gamma raises a metallic, claw-like hand towards him.
Ivo.
Yes, that's right. It is I, your illustrious creator, Dr. Ivo Robotnik. And you are?
E-Series. 102. Designation Gamma.
Excellent! Now that you're finally up and running, let's see how your combat protocols are integrated. Orbot!
Coming, sir.
Orbot floats into the room, holding a steaming hot cup of coffee.
Your drink?
What? I don't care about that!
With a backhand, Robotnik smacks the cup away, sending it shattering onto the floor.
Prepare Beta for combat testing!
Right away, sir.
Orbot floats up to the controls, tapping away at them. A large panel on the wall opens up with a hiss, and a black robot nearly identical to Gamma wheels out. It takes its place in the center of the large open metal room in front of them.
Gamma, I'd like you to meet your older brother Beta. The two of you are going to engage in combat now. Show me what you're capable of.
Gamma's head swivels to look at Beta, then back to Robotnik.
Combat?
Yes, a little sparring match. Well, what are you waiting for? Go on.
Affirmative.
Gamma wheels out next to Beta, and the two face one another. Orbot presses a button, and a large blast shield rises between Robotnik and the two combatants.
All right, boys, let's make it a good, clean match, shall we? Begin!
The two E-Series machines disappear in a flash, rockets blaring as they zip all about the room. Beta unleashes a volley of energy bolts from its twin laser blasters, and Gamma returns fire with a laser cannon and a barrage of guided missiles. Robotnik watches the two fight with a twisted grin stretched across his face.
Are you certain this is the most efficient method of testing them, sir?
What are you talking about?
Is it not a bit... it requires additional resources to repair both models, when surely we could simply simulate their match. Right?
Robotnik glares at Orbot.
What's this mess all over the floor? Clean it up immediately! And where is my coffee?
Orbot scrambles away, and Robotnik turns back to the match, to find it's already concluded. Beta is sprawled on the floor, its casing blown open along the front. The machine is twitching as it tries to stand back up. Gamma stands over it, laser cannon pointed at the hole in its chassis, unmoving.
Ho! Phenomenal work, Gamma! Now what are you waiting for? Finish the job!
Negative.
Excuse me?
Deactivating the blast door, Robotnik marches up toward the apparently disobedient machine. He's about to repeat the command when he notices what Gamma is looking at. Revealed beneath Beta's broken casing is the unconscious bird, a small flicky hooked into the machine's power source.
You're refusing to fire another shot?
Affirmative.
Because you can see Beta's fuel cell is already damaged?
Affirmative.
Just as it replies, Beta goes offline, the robot slumping onto the floor, light disappearing from its eyes.
I impress even myself! Your logistical reasoning is top-notch! Why waste energy when the fight's already been decided? Well done, Gamma. Well done.
Cackling to himself, Robotnik heads out of the room.
Orbot! Where are you? Prepare Gamma for his first mission now! He's ready to squash the rodent and retrieve the emeralds!
Affirmative.
To be continued. Stay frosty.